Lamplight shakes on folded lines. It never kissed a stamp. Her pen still smells like wintergreen and coffee from the lamp. She writes his name and draws a breath, then leaves the commas long. She lets the paper keep the ache that words would render wrong. She tucks the letter by a plate as if a guest might come. She pours an extra cup of tea to keep the silence warm. The house becomes a post office for parcels never sent, where longing pays in ink and faith and quiet simple rent. The wall clock mocks with even hands. The floorboards learn her out. She sets a vase with field-born stems beside a doubtless doubt. Each night she edits all the wounds to make them bleed with grace. She circles lines like I forgive and tries a softer place. At dawn she doesn't seal it shut. She leaves the edges free, so love can breathe without a cage and sorrow bend a knee. The letter grows a spine of days, a novel made of one, a record of a woman brave who finished what's begun. If saying it would break the wind, then let unsent words learn to sing. There's a letter on the table, unsealed but fully true. It keeps our story breathing without the need to prove. Some love survives by staying home in paper, prayer, and room. One morning sunlight found the page and turned it almost gold. She read it like a stranger would and felt a kinder hold. She slipped it in a wooden box where recipes once slept, with cards for soups and wedding cakes and tears the kitchen kept. She fed herself a smaller grief and took a wider breath. She learned that letting words be words can resurrect what's left. And though the mailman never rang to save or shift her fate, the letter did what love could do, teach hearts to stand and wait. Not every truth must cross a town. Some healings bloom when laid back down. There's a letter on the table, unsealed but fully true. It keeps our story breathing without the need to prove. Some love survives by staying home in paper, prayer, and room. Someday he should knock again, she'll open without rage. The words already built a bridge across a patient page. There's a letter on the table, it held her when she fell. It never left the dining room but carried her through hell. Unsent but not unspoken, love found gentler ways to tell. gentler ways to tell.
Frame still trembles where you live, a shiver through the wall. A picture fell and cracked our year, September down the hall. I swept the glass and kept the smile that wouldn't learn to fade. I straightened up the crooked truth that love and leaving made. I glued the frame with steady hands that shook like winter wind. Hung up our better selves again and tried to make amends. The photograph remembers things the room can't dare recall. Two fools in summer's golden coat that fit before the fall. Your keys still hang like empty bells and never learn to ring. Your coffee cup has moons of dusk around a missing spring. I talk in whispers to the dust as if the past could hear. I practice saying let her go until it sounds sincere. The door still keeps your fingerprint, a thunder left in wood. It taught me that a love can end and still be understood. I live beside that echo now, the slam that woke my spine. And every day I hang off, smile and learn to call it mine. If truth is heavy, let it rest. I'll carry what was good, not best. When the door slammed behind me, I learned to stand alone, to sweep the floor of yesterday and make this house a home. A crooked frame still holds a light that sorrow can't erase. I'll keep the picture on the wall until I find my place. Some evenings tilt the nail again, the memory leans askew. I center what I cannot fix and bless the faded blue. The smile you wore inside that frame still warms the colder days. It's proof that I can love and lose and still be built by grace. So if you ever pass this street and hear a softer sound, it's just the wall forgiving us for shaking sacred ground. The picture's straight, the room is small, the man inside it grows. He learned to live with gentle truths, the slamming door bestows. Let mercy keep the wall up bright, I'll hang out past in better light. When the door slammed behind me, I learned to stand alone, to sweep the floor of yesterday and make this house a home. A crooked frame still holds a light that sorrow can't erase. I'll keep the picture on the wall until I find my place. take that picture down and place it in a drawer. Not out of hate, but out of peace. I won't need it anymore. When the door slammed behind me, it woke a steady man. I straightened what I couldn't change and held what love began. The broken glass became a map, the frame became a sign. I'm walking past the thunder now, and calling this life mine. At 5 o'clock, the saucer chills, the steam forgets to rise. She waits for mountains swallow gold and turn it into size. A chair that learned her silhouette grows faithful to her weight. The room keeps breathing softer words like heal and hope and wait. She sets a cup for someone gone, a habit made a prayer. The blinds confess a trembling hymn of almost being there. She tells the sun until tomorrow, teaching light to trust, while dust performs a ballet small that keeps him out of dust. The kettle sings an empty tune, the spoons keep proper time. She writes a name in window sweat and watches it unwind. Their laughter lives in coffee rings, their vows in crooked frames. She keeps the quiet like a flame and whispers both their names. The mountain learns her patience first, then paints it on the town. So even strangers tip their hats when twilight's laying down. She's not alone, her shadow holds a second set of hands. Two silhouettes that learn to wait for what the heart demands. If love is something daylight knows, then let the evening hold what grows. By the window, waiting for the sun, she keeps a promise done. She says goodnight to empty rooms and morning to the one. The cup goes cold, but hope stays warm. She'll greet the day she's won. Some nights the moon replaces him and sits across her knees. She learns to breathe with softer ribs and talk to cedar trees. She folds a napkin like a note and tucks it near the sill. It says I'm learning how to stay when love is learning still. The mountain takes her gentleness and breaks the night in two. A ribbon of tomorrow spills a tender kind of blue. She sips the dawn in little draughts. She blesses what is gone and loses less by loving more the light that carries on. What absence couldn't steal away, the sunrise brings in quiet gray. By the window, waiting for the sun, she keeps a promise done. She says goodnight to empty rooms and morning to the one. A cup goes cold,
out, the light still grows. Either way, her courage pours where love decided close. By the window, waiting for the sun, she learned what strong becomes. Not loud or bright, but steady breathe, a hymn of beating drums. And when the mountain bows today, she smiles and says, I've won. She climbed the ladder soft as dust. The rafters held their breath. A case of sleep beneath old tarps, a relic cheating death. She brushed the wood, the barn replied in harmonies of hate. A single note unclenched the years her grandpa locked away. He watched from shadows of the door, winter in his eyes. His hands had built 1,000 things, but failed at saying why. That first small chord unclasped his chest, where thunder used to hide. And summer knelt to hear the truth his silence never tried. Fretboard smelled like cedar smoke in County Fair July. The strings remembered porch light songs and moths that kissed the sky. He taught her how to hold the net the way you hold a truth. Not tight enough to break it down, but firm enough for proof. The barn became an old cathedral where their names could pray. A place where men who never spoke could sing what they can't say. Her little fingers hurt like hope. He blessed the tender pain. Some loves are built in haunted rooms and brought to breath by grain. A voice can hide inside the wood. You play it out for good. From the barn's hidden guitar, they learn to speak in scars. A granddaughter and a weathered man turn breaking into stars. What hands can't say, the strings will tell, and love rings where they are. By evening, swallows scored the dust, the field tuned down to blue. He told the child a single tale, the song I couldn't do. She answered with a stumbling verse that fixed his crooked year. He found his mercy in her key and let the past draw near. They left the case half open wide so music wouldn't sleep. A promise tucked in bales of straw the barn agreed to keep. And if tomorrow steals his breath, the melody remains. A granddaughter can carry him through cedar, wind, and rains. The quiet breaks, the heart keeps time. A family learns to rhyme. From the barns
and scars. A granddaughter and a weathered man turned breaking into stars. What hands can't say, the strings will tell, and love rings where they are. If songs are bridges made of breath, they cross what years divide. A single note can raise the dead we kept too far inside. From the barn's hidden guitar, they found a truer start. He handed her the voice he lost, she handed back a heart. And every plank now hums their names, a home of strings and grain. And love rings where they are. Raindrum fingers on the glass like someone keeping time. A highway choir of lightning wrote forgiveness on the sky. He killed the engine, held the dark, the cab became a pew. A dashboard saint of promises he swore he'd make come true. A plastic doll with braided hair lay sleeping on the seat. A birthday ribbon bruised with months and sugar stained with sweet. He said, I'll make it there this time before the candles fade. And thunder tipped its hat to men whose vows arrive late May. Saturdays to overtime and fear. He kept the rent from going broke and love from going near. The wipers crossed like metronomes, remorse and rubber arcs. He counted exits like regrets and prayed through highway sparks. He called her mama at the light. Tell Gracie I'm en route. A traffic snarl, a flash flood sign, his courage wore a suit. He pressed the doll against his chest and swore to change the tune. Then put the truck in gear again and raced the temper of the moon. The road forgives the late and brave. A father learns, a father saves. Truck stalled in the storm, but I won't stall my word. I'll get there through the thunder's mouth, so every breath is heard. A paper crown, a chocolate smile. I'm coming home, my girl. He turned on hazard lights of truth to carve a safer lane. He held the plastic hand and said, I'll never be this late again. The storm unstitched, the clouds grew thin, the world allowed a pass. He'd parked the cab, burst through the door, and knelt in kitchen brass. A little voice said, Daddy, like a sparrow finding sun. He fixed the doll's bent tiara and the party had begun. He learned that love arrives on time when courage drives the wheel, and birthdays keep what storms would steal. or maps at night, you follow them to light. Truck stalled in the storm, but I won't stall my word. I'll get there through the thunder's mouth, so every breath is heard. A paper crown, a chocolate smile, I'm coming home, my girl. If ever rain should test me twice, I'll leave an hour more. A father's miles are measured by the footsteps at the door. Truck stalled in the storm, but I drove the night. I traded chain for ribbon grace and came back doing right. Her birthday cake forgave the rain. We wrote our names in light.
You never change the paper set, old stained and torn, it lived beside the socket wrenches, heavier than one. He read it every morning shift until the letters bled, then hammered nails through doubt and grief, a catechism spread. He fixed what broke in other homes, learned patience from the grain. He measured twice the urge to quit and cut away the shame. Changes in lightning striking down at screws that hold in place. It's blisters turning into maps that led a man to grace. He carried lumber up the stairs where memories wouldn't go. Installed a door that didn't slam the way his own one closed. He taught his hands to speak in deeds, to say what mouths can mean. He swapped apologies for proof a heart can work and clean. At lunch he'd fold the note again, then tuck it near his chest, not as a wound but as a weight to keep his courage pressed. And when the foreman barked his name, he smiled and set the hinge. The quiet magic of a life that refuses to binge. If change is slow, then let it stay. 1,000 turns to hold one day. There's a note in my toolbox. It used to feel like blame. Now it's a mark to measure by, a line that I change loud, I change for good with steady working hands. Years later on a Sunday porch, he built a smaller swing. A child he loved could learn to fly and trust the ropes of spring. He taped the note beneath the seat, a relic with a crown, a testament that stubborn men can turn a life around. He called the one who wrote the words, I hope you're doing fine. I changed the only way I know in boards and balance lines. The sky approved in quiet blue, the swing kept time and song. Some changes never shout at all, they just hold on and on. A screw, a hinge, a leveled frame, that's how I changed my name.
There's a note in my toolbox. It used to feel like blame. Now it's a mark to measure by, a line that I outran. I don't change loud, I change for good, with steady working hands. Become the bandage true. I'll heal what mouths tore open wide with what these hands can do. And there's a note in my toolbox. It keeps my compass straight. I change by showing up each day, not arguing with fate. A hinge that swings without a squeal, that's how a man remains. The planks announce a single man, a ride across his back, a tackle box of afternoons where river answers slack. He crosses where the starlings spin like gossip in the reeds. The bridge repeats his footsteps till the water fills with beads. No one asks a question here, the current keeps its code. It takes the names of those we miss and moves them down the road. He casts into a darker green, a pocket stitched by trees, and waits not for a fish to bite, but for his breath to ease. His father taught him knots and grace, to listen more than speak, to let the line go slack enough for something shy to seek. Now grief has hands that smell like rain and pockets full of twine. He ties the day to little hooks and lets the silence down. The bridge becomes a metronome for hearts that can't keep beat. He learns that creeks are lullabies for men with heavy feet. When the wind goes soft, the river hums a hymn without a priest. A place where being still is more than half the needed feast. If waiting is a kind of prayer, then let this wooden psalm repair. On the bridge that creaks alone, I'm not alone at all. The river knows my only name and answers when I fall. I cast a line and catch my breath. The water keeps me whole. At dusk he gathers gear and goes. The minnows flash goodbye. He thanks the planks that learned his weight and never asked him why. The town will speak in metal lights, the kitchen will be small, but he will bring the river in and calm the ticking wall. And if tomorrow folds him thin, he'll shoulder rod and ache. He'll cross the creed of creaking boards that never let him break. For men like him, the world is loud. He walks where low is known and finds his name beneath the sky that never felt alone. Let cedar, wind, and water mend the part of me I cannot tend. On the bridge that creaks alone, I'm not alone at all. The river knows my only name and answers when I fall. I cast a line and catch my breath. The water keeps me whole. Can wear a weathered plank, then this is where I kneel. I say no words, I simply wait, and waiting lets me heal. On the bridge that creaks alone, I found a steady tone, a softer strength that doesn't shout, a place to be my own. The river holds my broken parts and sends me going home. The crack ran through his cheek like ice, a fracture in the glass. The eyes were heavy from a night that wouldn't let him pass. A collar straight, a jaw reset, a bruise beneath a laugh. The mirror stopped his pretty lies and showed the second half. He touched the man he almost lost to anger's narrow room, to secrets shaped like borrowed lips that colored into doom. The tiles kept the cold he earned from living double wide. He washed the sin from knuckles raw and set the truth inside. He'd worn a suit of clever talk, a tie of silver smoke. He'd blame the light for showing stains instead of what it broke. Now morning dragged him on his bride and cornered him with grace. Sit on your shadow, hold your ground, and meet your better face. He breathed until the veins calmed down and fear let go his throat. He buttoned up a humbler shirt and stitched a cleaner note. He walked out through the smaller door that men of courage use, a servant to a straighter spine that finally couldn't choose. If truth can wound, it also heals. It frees the man the mask conceals. In the mirror that won't lie, I found the will to try, to face the harm, to name the fall, to learn a steadier why. I'm done with shadows dressed as light. I'm stepping into right. He told the ones measured love by what he chose to do. And when temptation tapped his hip like coins in shallow pants, he thought of eyes that once believed and gave the truth a chance. Some men get famous, some get free. He chose the latter crown, a nameless glory, doing right when no one is around. Let honesty be sober wine. I'll drink and learn to shine. In the mirror that won't lie, I found the will to try, to face the harm, to name the fall, to learn a steadier why. I'm done with shadows dressed as light. I'm stepping into right. Looks like a simple man who shows up changed each day, then let that be the face I shade before I walk away. In the mirror that won't lie, I bless the bruise and cry, for truth became the gentler hand that taught me how to try. I'm not the man I was at night, I'm walking toward the light. Fluorescents fade to hospital, the factory blinks to sleep. He kills the lights and pockets time like wages meant to keep. A cigarette becomes a clock that burns the hours thin. He watches smoke lift yesterday and call the morning in. The gate complains like old men do, the gravel chews his boots. He counts the parts his hands became and blesses stubborn roots. The bitter taste reminds him of the sweetness still to earn. Tomorrow punching weights like faith for men who grind and learn. His jacket smells of coolant steel, the rain that missed its mark. He memorizes constellations punched in factory dark. A picture of his kids inside his wallet bends with time. He smooths it like a prayer and checks the corners for a sign. He isn't rich in cash or calm, but rich in showing up and fixing what the day unthreads and sharing one cup. The smoke unwinds like ribbon dusk around a tired crown. He flips a buck, then stamps it out and turns the mountains down. No anthem plays for men like this, but quiet victory exists. The last cigarette of the shift, a small and stubborn gift, a breath that says I'll be here still when dawn reloads a lift. I taste the hours I cannot keep. walks the fence back to the truck. The seed remembers rain. He lets the engine whisper low and hum a worker's vein. He'll hold his children while they dream and smell like home and sleep. He'll lay his aches beside their feet and make his ledger deep. For men like him, the world is built by what they do not quit, by things that never touch the stage but keep the candles lit. He'd drive into a kinder, darker town that holds his name and tells the road he'll see it soon to do the honest same. No choir, no crown, just boots and ground. That's where the truest hymns are found. The last cigarette of the shift, a small and stubborn gift, a breath that says I'll be here still when dawn reloads the lift. I taste the hours I cannot keep and keep them just like this. Count the ordinary, they'll find him at the gate. A man who turned his minutes into something more than fate. The last cigarette of the shift, a testament of grit. He writes his life in burning lines and never once forgets. Tomorrow needs these hands again. He'll be there, that is it. The guitar leaned against the wall like Patience out of tune. A chorus missing half its bones, a memory of June. She lived with melodies and told that used to share his mouth. The room kept echoing a line that pointed mostly south. He plucked the quiet, felt it bruise and found a second key. He learned that endings sometimes start where broken verses be. The window hummed a harmony with traffic down the block, a metronome of tires and tears that taught his grief to walk. He wrote a bridge of what he'd learned, that love is work and loss, that promises grow calluses where hands have paid their cost. He tuned the strings to who he was instead of who she'd need. He found a better lyric in the man he chose to be. The chorus didn't beg her back, it blessed the mouth she'd take. It kept the part of her that healed and burned the part that breaks. He named the song Begin Again, then smiled and let it breathe. For music grows where men let go of what they cannot keep. Silence is an empty space, it's soil where truth finds place. The song I never finished became the one I lived, a melody that learned to stand without what I can't give. I lost a voice and found my hands, and that's the final riff. a kind of prayer that stays upright when everything's disposed. He laid the old refrain to rest and raised a brand new spine. He kissed the ghost upon the fret and let it not define. By dawn the room was lighter bone, the wall unclenched its nails. A man had traded begging lines for roads that carry rails. He wrote her name in softer chords and filed it with the past, and learned the song you finish best is one you built to last. Where promises ran out of breath, a truer chorus faced the death. The song I never finished became the one I lived, a melody that learned to stand without what I can't give. I lost a voice and found my hands, and that's the final riff. Ooh, yeah, yeah. Turns I'll hum along, if not I've got my song. A man is not the leaving, he's the rhythm staying strong. The song I never finished became my backbone's hymn. It taught me how to hold my ground when every light went dim. I tuned my life to honest key and sang myself back in. Oh, yeah, yeah.
She said it ends right here, the curb, like teeth around the night. Speedometer confessed a need to turn her no to light. He pushed the pedal through his grief, but the asphalt drank the scream. The guardrail held a sermon dark about a broken dream. There's bravery and there's escape, he didn't sort them clean. He only knew the wind could scrub a man of what he's been. At 90 every soundtrack fades except a steady heart. He drove until the silence learned to rip his pain apart. The milepost blurred to penitence, a rosary of 10. He counted sins and painted lines and breathed the engine in. He said goodbye to what he begged, to what he couldn't own. He let the rear view keep her face and faced his life alone. A truck stop poured a mercy cup and blessed a stranger's eyes. A waitress wrote, drive careful now, in coffee-colored ties. The road that doesn't turn back down can still return a man by teaching him to choose a route his better self can stand. A map is ink, a soul is will. He chose a road that heals by still. On the road that won't turn back, I found the strength I lack. Velocity can't fix a love, but it can cut the slack. I'll slow where mercy asks me to, and never drive life black. He pulled his shoulder, killed the lights, and let the night unclench. He heard the crickets arm a choir and wash away the stench. He said her name one final time and gave it to the sky, then pointed home through smaller streets where gentler truths reside. You can't outrun a broken heart, but you can choose your lane. He found a speed that keeps a soul instead of feeds a flame. The road without a turning point still let him turn within. He parked, walked in, and locked the door and learned to start again. Not all return is round the bend. Sometimes it's where you end. On the road that won't turn back, I found the strength I lack. Velocity can't fix a love, but it can cut the slack. I'll slow where mercy asks me to, and never drive life black. Midnight sign, I'll pass with windows high. I'm steering toward a steadier dawn where men don't need to fly. On the road that won't turn back, I tune my leaving right. I let the engine burn the blame and kept the softer light. I didn't find her at a curve, I found myself that night.
He dug a shallow covenant behind the garden fence, a wooden box for stubborn bones that never learned the sense. He wrote on cedar, let it go, and laid his anger down. He hammered home a softer rule that doesn't need a crown. A sapling stood above the grave, a green that watched him weep. He watered sore with hidden tears he swore he'd never keep. The yard became a teacher fair. What dies can feed what's next. What men let go becomes a shade where gentler men can rest. He'd fought to win the smallest wars, to never be the first, to bend a call, to say I'm wrong, to quench a kinder thirst. He learned that pride is hunger, dressed in armor thin as air. It eats the house and leaves a king without a single chair. So day by day he checked the sprout that rose from buried rage. He named it peace, he pruned it back, he turned another page. The neighbors asked about the tree, he smiled and changed the theme. Just something I decided once, now look how well it greens. If letting go can break a chain, then put the nail and end the pain. The last nail in pride's coffin, I drove it down for good. I planted what I couldn't keep and grew a kinder wood. Now shade replaces burning thrones, and love fits like it should. On Sundays he would sit beneath the leaves
that used his tears. He'd call the ones he'd wounded most and clean the older years. Not every bridge came back to life, but those that did held strong. A man who buries pride finds hands to hold a truer song. And when the storm bent branches low, he staked the roots with care. He learned that growth needs tending to, not just a whispered prayer. The coffin rots, the sapling laughs, the yard becomes a song. A grave can be a garden when a stubborn soul wants calm. I'll dig again if anger sprouts and keep the nails for droughts. The last nail in pride's coffin, I drove it down for good. I planted what I couldn't keep and grew a kinder wood. Now shade replaces burning thrones, and love fits like it should. Someone asked how peace is made, I'll point them to this ground. Bury what you cannot bless, let roots redeem the sound. The last nail in pride's coffin, I chose to live unarmed. A garden where a fortress stood, a heart no longer charmed. By winning battles no one needs, I'm sheltered by what comes. The dark light buzzed like stubborn bees, the pallets sweated weight. He bagged the rig to Bay 13 and argued out of fate. The manifest said boxes marked with ordinary codes, but one held cloth that smelled like her, a folded life in rows. Her uniform, a gentle blue, a name tag laced with dawn. He touched the fabric, closed his eyes, and breathed a world once song. Some cargoes never hit the ground, they live inside a chest. He drove the length of memory and tried to lay it to rest. At quitting time he killed the engine, left the doors unsealed. He pulled the cartons one by one and made an open field. He stomped the cardboard into dust and shouted at the air. He threw his grief like rusty tools and dared the night to care. The warehouse swallowed every word and gave him back a hush. He learned that rage is only useful till it breaks his crush. He folded up the uniform and placed it on the hood and said, "You're not a box to lift your love, and I am good. If word can heal, then let it start. Unload the weight that breaks a heart. The load that wouldn't unload, I dragged it till I bled. I broke the crates that held my pain and told the wind instead. I drove all night and left it there, then carried hope instead. He set the fabric on the sea and drove to morning's brink. He parked beside the little hill where lilies learn to drink. He laid the blue across the grass and talked until he knew that carrying her doesn't mean the sorrow must be new. He kissed the name tag once and twice, then tucked it near his chest. He started up a quieter life and learned a gentler rest. The dock still hums, the bay still yawns, the ship still takes its due. But now he knows what loads are his and which belong to Blue. Some boxes aren't for forklifts' teeth, they're meant for prayers beneath. The load that wouldn't unload, I dragged it till I bled. I broke the crates that held my pain and told the wind instead. I drove all night and left it there, then carried hope instead. If love weighs more than freight can bear, I'll change the way I lift. I'll hold it with a softer back and let the morning shift.